Here's another example. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Don Jr. looking a little ragged out. He has only made one video since August 1st, I want to say. This is his second. The last one was about like the FBI raid. And then immediately he's moved on to exposing Joe Biden's inflation lie. Where are the fact checkers? This is because July there was 0% inflation year over year on the month. But I'm going to guess he has the same problem with this statistic or this fact that he has with the concept of net zero versus zero. He does look like he's lost weight. I think it might be stress because he had to give a deposition too. Obviously, we know from this thing up on the mantle that he's getting his prostate checked regularly. But I'm curious. Hold on one second. Let me see. It's going to be an ad, isn't there? What do Hollywood people do together? Oh, this one they don't have any audio on. They just play the visuals on it, and that's that. It looks delicious. I will give them that. But then order now.
Well, guys, what I want to know is when.
Well, guys, I'm sorry about the nail, guys. Oh my God, my nasal passages burned. Oh, guys, here's what I want you to know. Who doesn't sit behind their desk looking raggedy as fuck, doing absolutely no work, in between trips, shooting endangered species just for the fuck of it?
Where are the fact checkers? Where are the fact checkers when Joe Biden at the end of last week came out and said there was 0% inflation last month? 0%.
Yes, year over year.
Not like zero growth in inflation. He didn't say that. He said there was.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That would be the in July part, stupid.
He didn't say, back 0% growth in it. He just said the zero inflation in July over last July.
There was zero inflation and tried to literally back up the claim that there was none. The media is dead silent on it.
Dead silent. It's almost, can you imagine? Let's see. If I may. Here's there. Let's see. Brent cruise at 93. Ooh, that's not good. Look at that. WTI crude, that's the standard index they use on a lot of these things. That's 87.52. That's down like almost $2 since the last time I looked. Brent crude's at 93, and that's up. And that's not happening. ECX emissions is 95.80. Whoa. Well, considering oil and gas prices are the primary driver of inflation over the last 10 months, especially, watching those numbers go down will actually have that kind of an impact. And also pegging all your arguments on year-over-year inflation when the year-over-year inflation is based on the lows during 2020 and the spikes in 2021 as things started coming back, and then the dip after Delta and then back up again. You're going to see this kind of stuff. These kind of talking points are going to be made available to you.
The actual inflation rate was 8.5%, according to the government. Now, if you've been to a store and you've looked at things and
yeah, that's what I do. I go to the store, I look at things.
You've looked at fuel prices.
Yeah, I go to the store, I look at things and fuel priprices at the store.
Many would
the fuel prices store.
Probably argue the inflation rate is actually significantly higher than
8%. If you looked at these things and they aren't,
hold on. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Hold on. I've got to wait till this ad clears.
Get out of the way.
Clear up. There we go.
if you go to the store and you look at the eggs and you go, wow, guys.
Egg prices that rocketed to record highs after one of the worst bird flu out. There's one of. They missed an of there. One the worst bird. Nice job, Bloomberg. One of the worst bird flu outbreaks in U.S. history are now falling fast as the industry replaces dead hens. Midwest large eggs, the benchmark for the commodity price, closed at $2.16 a dozen, down about 37% from late July's record high. What is it, Chip? Oh no. Good God. Chip is just getting used to the idea that he can join me for this. Hold on one second. He's going to be a mess. Chippo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. What are you doing, buddy? What is it? What is happening? Chip, what are you doing? What's going on? What's happening, buddy? Are you okay? He was just wailing outside the door. He's like, the door is shut and I can't get in. The door is shut and I can't get in. What is it, buddy? Are you okay? You okay? You just want a snack and you think, I'm going to get it for you because you're a big fatty. You're a fatty 2x4, can't get through the bathroom door. You're a good kitty, though. You're a lovely purring kitty. This Chips, we need this. Chip heard I was doing food prices. What are you doing? Are you okay, buddy? Is this enough, love? Can I get back to work? I'm doing a show. Yes, it's a good point. He wants me to remind you that you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Don't forget to become a patron subscriber, patreon.com/HalSparks. You can do it for a whole year, actually, in one fell swoop. You doesn't have to be month to month if that bothers you in any way. There's also a Venmo just up over my head that is the same color as Chip. Yep, he noticed. They noticed. Boy, just scratch your chin. And then, of course, on Twitch, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that in a while. If you have Amazon Prime, it doesn't cost you a dime. And we're trying to keep our numbers up. We're well below our peak about a month ago. And what else? Anything else? That if you don't subscribe and help us, Chip will starve and die. No pressure. You what? I what? Okay. All right. Now can I do my show, little man? May I? Thank you. Okay. Boom, boom. Thank you. He's like, I thought you were taking me upstairs to get snackages. I'm very upset. In the arms of... Yes, just a... Yes, I'm a man who loves his cat. Just get over it. All right, where we are. Midwest large eggs, the benchmark commodity price closed at $2.16, down 37% from late July's record high. From late July's record high. Fucking 37%. This is the exact opposite of what Trump Jr. is saying right now.
Guys, it said 0% for the month of July, but if you go there and you look at things at the thing store and they have things, the prices of those things are going up, even if inflation overall is going down, and fuel and this is exact fucking opposite. 37% from late July's record high. Christ almighty. That'll provide relief for consumers who saw egg prices jump 47% at U.S. grocery stores last month during the worst period of food inflation since 1979. That was when the spike was. So it went up 37%. It's down 37%. It's up 10% in the last couple of months, and they've replaced all the hens that they had to put down because of the bird flu.
8.5. But he can come out and say, like, inflation is no longer a problem because...
No, he didn't say that. He said we had zero inflation in July, and that means we're getting a handle on it. You fucking tool.
Also,
because it didn't grow. It was 8.5%. Let's just be clear. That's like still basically a 40-year high. Okay, 40 years. That's like as old as me, almost. Okay.
Almost.
I'm a little bit older than that these days, and man, it feels like I'm a lot older than that.
Yeah, it looks like you're a lot older than that. That's funny, because I'm 10 years older than you. Yeah.
At this point, given that I'm dealing with this insanity, but, you know.
Yeah, that's why you're aging fast. It has nothing to do with your diet and your substance use,
We talk about
allegedly.
equal justice. We talk about equality.
We talk about shit. I got my cards mixed up. Those are the post-it notes from the raid.
Thank you, Blue Moon.
Where's the press?
Where's the press?
Because I know that if
Well, actually, Bloomberg is doing a lot of stories about it. Actually, the press are covering inflation. As a matter of fact, I would argue, and I'm glad you brought this up, Don. Listen to me, Don. I would make an argument that the press is not covering the deflationary pressure that's happening because of gas prices going down and oil prices going down and like eggs returning to the market again because of the bird flu outbreak and the other like supply chain issues, both from us getting out of China and the Russia attack on Ukraine. Even with those impacts, inflation is lowering. And it's even you could argue that the pressure the Fed is putting on is at least working in a psychosomatic kind of way. It's like a placebo effect. It's causing the long-term outlook to be for inflation to start lowering in people's minds, which will have an impact on what they buy, when they buy, and what they how much money they're willing to spend on stuff. I would argue there's more of a story to be told about inflation coming down than they're talking about.
if Donald Trump made the claim that there was 0% inflation, simply
Your dad acted like he was the one that drove oil down to negative $36 a barrel. He takes credit for $1.79 gasoline when we were all stuck inside, when the whole fucking world was staying still, where planes were grounded, international flights were down. You could, like, of course fuel costs were low, fucko.
because it didn't increase. Not that it was 8.5% and remained at a 40-year high.
As someone who's clearly at a 40-year high, I hear you.
Essentially, I know they'd be going nuts. I know every pundit would be on TV non-stop.
Like all these guys who are talking about how the cost of gasoline has gone down a bunch and eggs have gone down a bunch and used cars aren't selling the way they are, and then house prices are coming down to the point where people are like, oh my God, the bottom's going to fall out of real estate. Like, no, it isn't. Not if you buy a house and you fucking live in it.
Arguing that Donald Trump is trying to manipulate the people, but the media is dead silent. I mean, how can you,
just because it's true, why do you not get out there and when Biden says things that are true, why can't you treat him like you treated my dad when he said things were untrue? I was like, untrue. They are untrue.
how can you be silent about
How can you do it?
that? People are actually suffering. And like I said, and I've said this many times, like, I get it, guys. If I'm the son of a billionaire.
I thought you were I think you were Trump's kid.
Okay. If I notice it,
If you notice it, maybe you're not really a billionaire. I don't want to get too Jeff Foxworthy. You might not be a billionaire.
I feel it at the pump. If I'm pissed off when I'm filling up my truck.
Yeah, but you're just angry in general. I don't know that. Is there a delineation? Is there a time when you're not kind of selfishly angry?
If I get mad when my car guy is filling up my car in my truck that doesn't, it's brand new, but I still lease.
What do you think that's doing to the average American? I mean, if I feel it, everyone feels it, okay? I'm not one of these people that...
No, you drive a big stupid truck even though you don't have to. You don't make any sensible decisions about your money. You live like a gluttonous loser.
Doesn't get it. Like, I see where...
I'm not an elitist or anything. I just basically shack up in one of my father's 5 properties. It's like, think of it as a giant basement. I'm just like you.
It's coming from, trust me.
No. Nah, pass. No fucking way.
I understand the irony of that. And if I'm able to feel it, if it bothers me, it's crushing everyday Americans. And yet we can crush everyday Americans.
No. We cannot. I just want to clarify, that's illegal. I don't want anybody in my audience to think that's okay. It's not okay. Don't tell people that. It's not.
All day long, through the Democrat policies that they're pushing, they create these inflationary things. We can
These inflationary things, like what?
pass the Inflation Reduction Act, which even the independent government fact checkers are like, yeah,
Government fact checkers like,
basically going to do nothing to help inflation. But there's all sorts of pork in there for the other Democrat projects and all the
Like what?
other BS.
Yeah, just say Democrat projects and BS and other pork. Like what?
They're going to be pushing out there forever.
Yes, they're going to keep pushing it out there forever because we're so going to lose in the fall. I thought we were going to win, but fuck me.
How can the media stay silent?
Okay, so where was he?
It's crushing everyday Americans.
Oh, that's right. We're crushing everyday Americans. We were already.
All sorts of pork in there for the other.
Yeah, the pork and
To trust anything they say at this point. At this point, their credibility has got to be, as bad, if not worse, perhaps,
Then your dad's?
than even the FBI.
Oh, fuck you. Then the FBI. I'm sorry. The FBI didn't go into your dad's place, his fucking country club, without a warrant. It wasn't a break-in. They didn't raid the place. They didn't occupy the place. It was not a sneak attack. They had a warrant. They executed the warrant and they fucked off. They gave the copy of the warrant and the list of stuff they took to your attorney. And what do we know now from all this stuff? Just materially, we will find out what's in the stuff point to point as much as we can and still maintain a decent amount of national security. But what have we really found out? That your dickhead father for 16 months has been dicking the National Archives and the presidential records, team around, has been lying to them, hiding shit, moving things around, lying about where they were kept and how much security they were kept under, and they had to come get the shit. This is kind of like the 5 clip where they're talking about how the nation is being thrown into turmoil because Merrick Garland chose to enforce the fucking laws.
With all of the bias and the insanity of what's going on.
Guys, we can't let it happen. Don't let it happen. It's not going to happen. Don't let it happen.
How is it possible?
How is it possible that my dad is no longer president and I had to sit for a deposition and my fucking brother pleads the 5th and I can't?
Media, start doing your damn jobs for a change.
For a change. I told you.
Well, he cut me to the quick. I don't know if I'll ever recover. I've been called out. It's time to hang up my spurs.